Let me give the floor to Honourable MP for Small Malaita.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Me want to join others for thanking the Prime Minister for taking this bill. First time, me want to apologize. Me no kakang last week and this week, early this week, so me sick too much. So this time me a little bit good now. And now me looking good face, so you me happy. So report blogo bills me re-redeem, and of course the bill asks for two main amendments. Extension of the deadline as well as the increase of membership law. This is a Constituent Assembly. So in a way they are straightforward. Me this deadline me good, but me little bit current question lohemi, and I will speak to that a little bit later on, sir. But me wanted for helping Mr. Lever by getting back to some small background on our search for a suitable government system for Song Islands, hemi ongoing, and several other colleagues who have spoken before me cited examples of incidences or groups or parts or sections of our population who have, as it were, resented and or no barwa like him how no government him waka. And there are many examples of what the Minister of Finance Hemi Talem was saying. There is an issue of the meeting of minds, meaning you mean Barawa come together yet, yeah? And I guess it's probably not intended for us to come together in the way people have designed or the like for structure in this country in the past. And our Constitution, I had the privilege of meeting the architect of our Constitution, Professor Yash Guy, Emmy one for Manlo, Guyana in South America. And I think what Central Honiara, Emmy Talem, probably this is why every Caribbean country, say all the Caribbean, similar kind of constitutions. But he said, time well, 2-3 young people that time, you will ask him, why now you make him this one, him so fast? So, and some him also no more straightforward, but you will not like him. Because like him independence law 1978 now. And I'm also look also him borom come, but of course all the leaders blame me that time over the Talem hemi all right, so you may adopt them now. Of course, there are others, even at the time, at least 4 or 5 of the members of parliament all get no go long when house over to go sign an independence order, law London. Then late Ulufalu'u was the leader of opposition, and I think the member where member of Central Honiara him cite him move a motion. Yeah? Time you ask him this fella old man late Ulufalu'u, me ask him sir, why are you opposing independence move where? And he said exactly same something where member for Central Honiara him Talem member blog at Talem that time. I believe that for a member, late Angora was part of the 4 or 5 people that didn't go to London or that boycott him. So this fella, one of my resentment or disagreement or not meeting of the minds, way back yet. We haven't found him. But even before that, sir, there are certain sections of our population that all get no better like him how election him go ahead, how government him rule and all that. So I think the Deputy Prime Minister him mentioned him about late Moro and where we make a Moro movement. What no like him government. Mivalo Southern region after the war, this will Masinaruru movement was a reaction to government rule that time too. And Mivalo East Koyo, Koyo Fadanga, less for Padlo election too. So the examples are many, and let me go back also. People know like him. This was system of government blue you may him no fitiet, him no suti me and also. And of course, the example where member for Central Honiara and Talim about him go borom come provincial government system or PNG. So I'm let me go ahead with him this time yet. Sir, we are also not short of examples of countries or states that are the random system here. This will proposed state government system or kind system also me like Garam states or also me. So in I think it was in 2013 I was sitting with the Minister of Finance for the Federated State of Micronesia, FSM. So I asked him that blunt question, how are you getting on with, well, me say also, me will go ahead for debating this kind system, federal system. How now you will manage him and also. And he tell me to something where him less him. He was Minister of Finance, the Federal Minister of Finance. And said to something a colleague, one is, if you got him selling for him, you go ahead. FSM is under, or was under the US Compact Agreement, so to a certain extent, the level of development throughout the country, the basic needs are kind of being addressed. But when I'm telling me also, Mr. Mivalo here, state or group you will know, Southern managing state you draw behind now. What he was saying to me, sir, was that stark difference between those who are managing properly and all that way no more. And I'm sorry, but I am saying, no, this is what happened. I don't know whether in some islands, but you will make them better than us. But this is what happened. And especially where Narasamdiham Golongham, the other issue is that of capacity. And he was talking mainly about human capacity. The skills to manage the system, what I mean, need him technical people, I said, for look after place here, for managing place. Minister of Finance and tell him, by me garam one for federal minister, then 9 for ministers of finance, any kind president, any kind something here. So that's what he was saying to me, sir. Cost long him. But then look after here. Which brings me, sir, to one for the second point where also I would like to stress, and that is I think the point made by the member for Central Honiara. Let's look at what we've got, and time we look over something for creating also, and I assume the way the structure has been designed for you to go and achieve the state government, it seems to be it's a long, long way away. Sir, before you meet Kasim Lode, there is so many things why you meet him. Minister of Finance and enumerating very eloquently, any kind of way by we need for doing. So me teaching below me, sir, is let's do with what we can do, and this is why me teaching him this whole amendment of provincial government for revenue sharing mechanism. And Mr. Minister meeting government, you will make him for me go ahead with him first time. Let's see how now, because one for problem law provinces no in Selen law gata. But not something now Selen imi give him the nota. You look in PCD every province here. Some falaya. Or the project Mivalo Southern Regional Marina the Selen now finish project now no more. Heavy management issues. That's skill, that's trained manpower. You may need to go there. So meeting him, you may walk along one way we need to, where we can do now. So this fella idea for walk along provincial act, you may walk along him, and let's look at this fella revenue sharing mechanism. I know what amendment here have been proposed, I think as far back as 2017, and I'm ready no more, sir. Sir, me want to make him last point now, and that's to do with this fella timeline. Timeline here for even no break him this lawyer no more. Current act here, me telling for meeting here, Constituent Assembly should meet now by end of this month, this year, but by no happen, suppose, Sani. But sir, issue me garam is me no barwa. There is no guarantee that you may move 2 years, another 10 years, that we will get it. It seems to me, sir, the way this thing is structured, not the amendments, but the act itself. Hem look also this for Constituent Assembly, look blomia. Hem look also replace him no more. What used to be, when I'm not calling that time here, eminent persons group, I think, and the the Minister of Finance. I mean, tell him maybe we spend him $100 million. But I would like to suggest more than that, yes, sir. More than that. Time eminent group persons here, or the come look at me, 2018, time is established there. What fins him now? Wakaya. But what no like forgive him lo me. Or think by me not do him. So I have to wait for next Prime Minister of 2019. I went to that handing over along HB. Every province, including Poniero, would attend for signing 2019 now, but point me what I make now is there is no guarantee that this fella extension by you may achieve him what we are trying to achieve him hard. But what will happen, sir, is this. By if we may spend them $100 million or $200 million to eminent persons group work a blog at there, I bet this one here by another one more, maybe by 100 more or $200 million more, you will spend them low work. Sir, you look also by you may go nowhere. When Mr. Blongo the Prime Minister's Office in 2018, they handed me claim here. That claim was something like $40 million. You know, sabe, with the minister, I add him inside $100 million, but at that time, you know, pay me it, yeah. And plenty of people were named inside that list or died like 4 or 5 years ago. I guess some fellow where I would stop low list when we receive him 2018. Yeah? I think this time what Daffy is now too, sir. So the claim, yeah, me no someone saying, oh, Deputy Prime Minister, but you must find out, you may pay finish every claim, yeah, or no way. So my point, sir, is this. meeting him this was sunny, we not careful, but him go ahead. Go, this whole idea for him achieving state government, probably by no come no, because by him go in circle no more. But the other thing, sir, is go after 10 years more, you may spend another $100 million without achieving the objective. Consent Blomina, Mr. Speaker. So with those remarks, me reserve and vote Blomi, and I receive my seat. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Member.